Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the Game Awards voting event, and oh boy, I cannot wait to piss people off with my opinions. Ooh, all right. I am just kidding. Yeah, so the Game Awards is actually something I hold pretty near and dear to my heart. It is an event I always did watch, ever since I was like, because I was always been into gaming, but it is an event I think I've been watching since I want to say like 2017. I feel like I did watch it then, and the years after all the reveals and stuff, and just having a good time, celebrating the year of gaming. And I know people can have some contentions with this, sort of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's an industry award show. There's going to be a little bit of a ick in there, but at the same time I do ultimately enjoy this stuff. So let's go ahead and tab over to the stuff now. The maximally important part, right, that we're all here for, is that we are going to do the player's voice first, and I believe it is the second round right now. So these are the games that have made it all the way into the second round, and honestly, everything in here I think deserves to be in here, except for you. Why are you here? To be fair, I am definitely joining the bandwagon for this in terms of ragging on it, but yeah, I don't really think this one should be here. Everything else makes a lot of sense. And it is unfortunate that I am going to be casting my opinion through my own experiences and or other people's experiences with the game. And I mean, that's you can't play every game out there unless it's like your job, which unfortunately is not. So but yeah, for player's voice, the game and honestly they all deserve to win except for this, but I think what I'm gonna go for, especially just considering my channel's content, is Honkai Star Rail. And that's not because I actually play Honkai Star Rail that honestly, like you guys know, on the channel I haven't really played Honkai Star Rail ever since 1.2, and it's just because like the game hasn't really like kept myself attached. But just because I'm not attached doesn't mean it's less of a game, and that's really important to me, specifically for Honkai Star Rail, and why I would vote it for player's voice, because it's the important part is that it's a good base game, and they take care of the community very well, which is not something that Hoyoverse has been doing for a certain game, which they're getting better, but very, very slowly. I need them to go faster. So but yeah, Honkai Star Rail is going to be my vote for well, hold on, do you get 5? What? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, you get 5, but yeah, Honkai Star Rail is definitely one of the games that I think deserves to be up here. Now, what else do I think about then? I didn't know you get 5. That's crazy. Okay. Baldur's Gate, I'm definitely putting up there just for the props of what I've seen of the game. A lot of my people that I hang out with played it, and I got to watch them play it, in our little Discord VCs, and I'm like, this is such a fire game. Like it definitely deserves all the praise that's getting this time around, in the Game Awards. A little tab link. But anyway, what else? Just because I am who I am gonna vote Genshin Impact still. They're getting there. They're getting there. It's been a long journey, but they're getting there. Who else? Zelda, I'd agree with that. I think I'm okay with that. And then this is kind of the wild card vote, because these are the games I definitely have very little relation to. I think Spider-Man looks cool, Liza P is cool, RE4 is good. We'll do it for Leon Kennedy. Yeah, let's do that. All right, boom, that's my player's voice award. And this is round 2, so I am curious to see yeah, here's the third round. So it's too bad actually, the way that I timed this video out, it ended up like this, but I will be busy unfortunately on those days. So I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual award section. Now I'm going to skip a few sections because there are certain sections I just don't don't really have any say in, like a lot of the esports stuff. Like as much as I enjoy the esports industry, I don't I don't really have opinions on those kinds of things. So we'll skip certain sections, but otherwise yeah, here we go with the most anticipated game, starting it off. And it's definitely my opinion, it's definitely between these three. Yakuza is, I only got to do a little bit of the Yakuza 0, the first one, and I like that a lot. I haven't followed the franchise since, but I do it's pretty cool, man. So it gets to stay. Hades 2, Hades 1 is awesome, obviously. Well, nobody calls it Hades 1, but I think the game that I'm definitely the most excited for is going to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because you know, FF7 Remake was just such a cool game, man. Like I really liked it, and I think this is the one I'm gonna go with. So FF7 R2, I love that naming convention, is gonna be the one. So let's see here. I think let's go ahead and can I go previous? Yeah, I'm going backwards basically. I wish they started at the bottom and not the not the top, because it's like, why do your game of the year like right away? That seems too much, but I guess that's what people care about, right? So we have best adaptation, and we have it's not too much of a contest, because personally I maybe there's some merit in these. I've heard some good things about Twisted Metal, but I have only ever cared about this and this. And honestly, I wish I had an opinion on this, because I know the Castlevania anime looks pretty good. At the same time, I only actually watched the Mario movie. So Hail Mary Castlevania. Well, next up, who do we got? Best multiplayer for outstanding multiplayer game design, and including co-op, massive multiplayer experience, irrespective of the games or platform. Definitely not Mario. Mario obviously is a multiplayer game, but you know, it doesn't really compare to the three that we have here. Well, if anything, it's actually two. I really only be voting Baldur's Gate and Street Fighter. And personally, I kind of internalize Baldur's Gate as like, I know you can play with friends, but like I think Street Fighter is like, you know, kind of the one to take this category, because you know you can do so, there's like a hub world and everything, and you can do stuff like that. Like that's pretty awesome. So we'll get it. We'll Street Fighter get that one. Let's go up to the next. Bet sports and racing. We're skipping that. I do not care. All right, it's time for my favorite category, and the one that I do have a significant way in: best sim and strategy. You know, it's not even a question. Come on. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. You know, it is Fire Emblem Engage. It is not a question. Now I'm sure like Advance Wars is great, and it definitely is, because Advance Wars is a fun game too, but come on, Engage is Engage. Pikmin 4 is also here, and that's great, but I cannot. Engage was peak, and we will probably finish it on the channel as of this year. That's my plan. Best family. It's not a question. Unquestionably, it is Mario Wonder. Come on, you can never go wrong with the Mario Wonder. I do wonder, because of pun in there. I do wonder, like, you know, if like the parent, like, you know, like the kind of like teen slash like young adults, you know, like age 20, like, you know, who played this game, like now we're able to like share like Mario Wonder with their like kids, and that's definitely an amazing experience. Because like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, when I played it, it was like, oh, such a good time. And like, you know, like you know, they stayed at the franchise, and then they brought it back. Like, it was awesome. Best fighting. Oh man. Now definitely for here, I only know two of these. Of course I know Mortal Kombat, but I don't really know anything about this specific production, so, or game. It's gonna be Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl and Street Fighter 6, and once again it is going to Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is just such a cool game, and it does definitely push me, just like Guilty Gear, to kind of get into traditional fighting games and not just platform fighters, which is where I stem from. Best RPG. Oh man. Oh, F in the chat for Final Fantasy 16. I know people are so slated that FF16 did not make it into the Game Awards, like, you know, Game of the Year, which I can get that. As much as I didn't see a lot of people play it, I definitely see a lot of love for the game. But best RPG, for the best rich player character customization progression, including massive multiplayer experience. Massively multiplayer experience makes no sense. I don't know why that's there. But if there's anything about rich character customization and game design, Baldur's Gate, baby. Put that in there. That's not even a question. The things you can do in that game are so funny. Best action and adventure. Action and adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. I mean, is it even a question, guys? Come on. It's not even a question. It's gonna be Zelda. Now I think Jedi Survivor is pretty cool too, and Resident Evil, I don't really eternalize it as like an adventure game, you know, so I would definitely call this one for Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry, I keep calling it Breath of the Wild. I'm so sorry. It's stuck in my brain, you know. Best action. This is tough for me, mostly because one of my friends plays Armored Core, or like a few of them, and they're just always talking about the game. Like they love that game. But also like Hi-Fi Rush is here, and Hi-Fi Rush is such a like it's such a cool game to be in there. But I think Hi-Fi Rush takes a different category because there's also Ghost Runner, and Ghost Runner is so cool too. Like actually, man, like I don't know, it's really tough. It's between since I haven't gotten to see anything of Ghost Runner, I will probably pick Armored Core, mostly just because I've gotten to see more of it. But I've heard good things about Ghost Runner too. Like it's definitely like it is a sick action game. But for now, we'll be taking Armored Core for this category. Best VR AR. Now this one, I personally probably won't know much because you know, I don't have a VR headset, and people who cover VR content are very seldom and few and far between. So it's probably between Horizon and Resident Evil Village VR. We'll give it to Village for funsies. Yeah, this one I won't take too seriously. I mean, that'll happen. You know, there are games that I just, you know, can cast a vote on. Now this one, best mobile game. Now I do wonder if this one's actually based on like the year of release, because I think it is, because these are all things that seem to come out, you know, within a certain time frame. And I mean, it's not even a question. Honkai Star Rail was the game built for mobile devices. I really wish I could play FF7 Ever Crisis. I would love it, but unfortunately my phone cannot handle it, so we will not. I don't have too much of a say there. But Honkai Star Rail is genuinely such a well-designed game for mobile, like, you know. And like, of course, like I play it on majority PC, but it's just perfect. Like, you know, all the like the way the game works like really fits into the mobile category. So Honkai Star Rail, baby, let's get it. All right, what do we got here? Best debut indie game. Now unfortunately, like you know, there's another category I don't have too much about, but I do have my biases toward Pizza Tower, because that one's pretty cool. I have heard good things about these other ones, but Pizza Tower will take this category for me. Let's take a look at the next one. All right, best independent game. Well, I know there's a little bit of controversy under Dave the Diver, because Dave the Diver apparently has funding backed by AAA. So, you know, since I have heard, I'm sure Dave the Diver is still a good game, but independent game definitely needs to go to someone who's actually independent. So I will give Viewfinder a pass because I've heard good things about it. Well, yeah, that's how some that's how some of these votes are gonna work, you know. Best community support. Ooh boy, you should not be here. Get out. Get out. What are you doing here? Yeah, Destiny 2, they're clowning. I don't know what they're doing. This one I'm not sure, because let's see, that's Final Fantasy 14. No Man's Sky, I really haven't heard anything about since. Cyberpunk, you know, completely revolutionizing their game from garbage to like peak is crazy. And then Baldur's Gate is, you know, Baldur's Gate, crazy good. um I think, you know, weirdly enough, because Cyberpunk is the only one I actually really realistically know stuff about, is like I would probably pick Cyberpunk, because like, you know, them turning their game around is pretty huge. So I definitely take that. Like that's a sign of community support, you know. Best ongoing game. Now, oh man, yeah, for outstanding ongoing content. Now this one is definitely where I gave Genshin Impact the props, because Fontaine has been a great experience. Fortnite, you know, I play Fortnite. It's pretty good too. But you know, like Fortnite, you know, Fortnite is, you know, they change things every so often, and you know, they keep it pretty consistent. But it is, you know, that multiplayer. But you know, if there's any question about the game that really just has been doing a really good job with ongoing content, is definitely Genshin. And you know, there's still things to work on, but the music in the background says it all. Fontaine has been peak. So Genshin Impact, it goes. Next category, games for Impact. Now I usually never know what to vote for these, so to be honest, I think I might skip this one. Yeah, but I do hope people find something in there they like. Innovation for accessibility. I don't know. I personally have not really seen too much. The thing about Street Fighter though is that I think Street Fighter definitely has some accessibility options, as well as Spider-Man 2. So I mean, I think I'm gonna let Street Fighter bias slip in. And yeah, but I have seen like some of their accessibility features quite useful. you know, to helping people play games that, you know, may not be able to. Best performance. Unfortunately, I don't know any of these, so I am going to wait. Nope, Yuri Lowenthal. All right, here comes the bias. Yep. Yuri Lowenthal, easy clap. Best audio design, recognizing the game, the best in-game audio and sound design. Speaking of, let me actually turn up my music because it is so loud, or so not loud, quiet. There we go. All right. Anyway, best audio design, unquestionably, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Hi-Fi Rush, because I'm sure these games are all great, but in terms of audio design. But the thing about Hi-Fi Rush is that it is literally a, you know, like rhythm game, like, you know, low key, like a rhythm game. And I think like, you know, you have to do a lot of work to make that stuff happen. So it's gonna go to Hi-Fi Rush. All right. Next up. Well, best score and music. Oh man. I don't know. This one, I realistically haven't really, I haven't listened to a lot of the scores in this category. Unfortunately, the only one I've even gotten like a chance to listen to is like Hi-Fi Rush and Tears of the Kingdom, you know, just through like my recommended and stuff. And then, you know, I haven't listened to the rest of them, but I'll give it to Hi-Fi Rush again, mostly because it is the rhythm game, and I did like their style of music. So yeah, and I just didn't get to listen to any of them. Art direction. Ooh, this is interesting. So there's Hi-Fi Rush again, Mario Wonder, which I will give for art direction because they actually did, like, they went crazy with the animation. And then there's also Zelda, you know, looks great. You know, in terms of the other games, I don't really know too much about it, but I don't know. I might give this one to Mario Wonder, just because of how much they revolutionized the Super Series from Mario. And like, you know, they really put in the effort, and the fact that Nintendo let the devs you know, have basically infinite time is a blessing that you can really never find in the gaming industry, or just the industry in general. So I think it deserves the vote for that, on just how good it looks. It looks so clean. All right, best narrative. Outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Do Wonder. I'm not sure, honestly, here. Yeah, this is the one where I'm kind of fish out of water on this one. I haven't really known anything about you know, these games, you know, very specifically, but I will throw a bone to Final Fantasy 16 because I know people feel a little slated to that, so we'll give them one. Best game direction. Ooh, outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. It's, I don't know. I think I don't know, because I would give it to Baldur's Gate, Wonder, or Tears of the Kingdom, because, you know, this is talking about the direction of the game and, like, you know, what they wanted to achieve for, you know, and what they wanted to achieve. And, you know, Zelda, you know, made like some of the most like complex like impossibilities in the game, you know, the fusion system. And then Mario Wonder, you know, while not genre breaking, you know, really revolutionized the 2D you know, their 2D formula and made it fresh again. And like, you know, the devs really got their time to mess with the game. And then Baldur's Gate just completely like revolutionating what it means to be an RPG action adventure. Like, it's just so incredible about how they designed their game. And, you know, like, it's a technique that could be possibly implemented into future games, given, you know, they have the same understanding that Baldur's Gate 3 has. So this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Let's stick with that. All right, next up. Oh wow, we're at the end. Oh wow, a little shorter than I expected. And I mean, that's definitely a good thing, because I'm not gonna vote for all categories. Everything else is like esports and like content creators, and I don't really have an opinion on that, like, for real. So let's go with the game of the year. Now, what deserves game of the year? Recognize a game that delivers absolute best experience across all creative technical fields. Let's gotta do like a cross down. All right, so number one, Super Mario Wonder. Get out of here. I don't know why you're here. I'm gonna be honest, this is where you feel the ick. This is where it feels like someone got paid to put this in. So yeah, no Mario Wonder. Get that out of here. That just leaves us with these 5, and it's tough. I think Tears of the Kingdom is a great game. Like, they've definitely done a lot of things right with there. Spider-Man 2 is pretty cool. Although I don't know, I mean Spider-Man 2 is awesome. I haven't been like wowed, but it definitely is a great game. Resident Evil 4 was super cool. And Alan Wake is definitely my fish out of water. I don't know too much about it. Baldur's Gate though, I'm gonna have to give it to Baldur's Gate. Such a cool game, genuinely. And yeah, that looks like that is the end of my voting awards. So, you know, we got 25 to 31 categories. Like I said, we can actually go back and look. The the things that I haven't voted for are all these, which are just like things I really don't have an opinion on. There's esports game, I could do that. League of Legends, Counter-Strike 2. Give it to League. Give it to League after that championships I watched. That was pretty funny. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, none of these I would have an opinion for at all. So yeah, these are the 2023 nominees. And yeah, I can't wait to see the Game Awards on December 7th. And you know, just to know, I don't know if I'll be able to actually stream the Game Awards on December 7th because I'm gonna have a really busy 2 weeks ahead of me, you know, just doing other stuff, but mostly on GITCG channel. You can check that link in the description. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to watch the Game Awards this year, at least live. I will definitely react to the announcements, you know, really hoping on my copium for Titanfall 3, right guys? No, I'm just kidding. It's never happening. But you know, maybe they'll drop some Persona Reload news. What else? Like, you know, there could be, maybe they're not revealing Persona 6. But yeah, this is Game Awards 2023, and it's a pretty good lineup. I'm pretty happy with what I see here, you know, for the most part. And I'm just glad that, you know, like the important part is that a lot of the games in these categories are all ones that people can like, yeah, like that makes a lot of sense to be in here. And that's kind of the most important part. It's been, you know, like despite everything, it's been a pretty good year for gaming, you know, like no matter what side you know, of the spectrum you fall when it comes to your taste in video games. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, you know, for more content, more just gaming content. You know, we do Genshin Impact and RPGs over here for the most part. And yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you later. Goodbye.